and a warm welcome. This is Viewer TV Top Stories. My name is Phillips Levin. As the rainy season begins in earnest, the presidency challenged states to face their duties of managing the flooding within their jurisdiction, explaining that the federal government was not mandated to manage such incidents in all 36 states. This was, as it said, those calling on the federal government to respond to every outbreak of natural disaster did not display an understanding of Nigerian law. According to a statement signed by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, the presidency argued that the local, state and federal governments have been dealt a sizable monthly budget sufficient enough to deal with state-level and national-level natural emergencies. The Anambra State Government has announced the extension of ban on commercial motorcycle operators to Nnewi and Uolubia. The Commissioner for Information, Paul Nwosu, stated this in a statement he signed and made available to journalists. The state government before now had already banned commercial motorcyclists in Onitsha and Awka, a policy that had been effectively operational. The Nnewi community is home to various motorcycle manufacturing firms and spare parts plants. Nwosu said that development became necessary because of the increasing wave of crime and accidents occasioned by the recklessness of the motorcyclists in the state. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Muhammad, says insecurity in some parts of the country is being worsened by fake news and misinformation. A statement issued by his Special Assistant on Media, Segun Adeyemi, said the minister raised the alarm in Abuja when he represented President Muhammadu Buhari at the Citizens Summit for National Integration, Peace and Security organized by the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. According to him, the FMIC is addressing the menace through the national campaign against fake news and misinformation, a nationwide advocacy campaign in addition to working with various social media platforms like Facebook and Google to curtail the spread of fake news and misinformation. And over on paid salaries, the Kwara State Commissioner of Police, CP, Tuesday, Sayomo, said the police are not owing any policeman or woman salary, nor is the force owing special constabularies salary. Asayomo said this in reaction to protests by police special constabularies that caused serious traffic gridlocks along the popular Ahmadu Bello Way in Ilorin, the state capital, over alleged non-payment of salaries. This was contained in a statement titled "A Viral Video on Facebook of Policemen Protesting Non-Payment of Salary in Kwara State," signed by the command spokesperson SP Okansami Ajayi. And on ASU, the National Parents Teachers Association of Nigeria has sought audience with the federal government over the lingering strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU. The association is also proposing the payment of 10,000 naira per session for each parent to assist government in making more funds available for universities. NAPTAN's Public Relations Officer, Dr. Ademola Akundayo, disclosed this during an interview with newsmen. Akundayo, who lamented continued closure of universities in the country, said parents were at the receiving ends of the disagreement between the federal government and ASU. The House of Representatives Committee on Finance has discovered serious contradictions in the figures released by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, as power generated by Azura Power Company from 2015 to 2020. Azura Power Company signed a $33 million take-or-pay contract with the NBET for the power generation of 450 megawatts to the national grid, but records by TCN shows a far cry from that figure. Here's the report.
The House of Representatives Committee on Finance investigating the sale of 5 power plants in the country has unraveled infractions in the power generation contract between Azura and Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading. The contract amount of $33 million was to enable Azura supply 450 megawatts to the NBED for eventual sale to the Transmission Company of Nigeria. But the committee, however, discovered serious infraction in the amount of energy generated by Azura monthly in contrast to the 450 megawatt expected.
Not only Azura, by generating companies. That's why you are here before us. MBES was here on Friday, and they will still be here tomorrow or so. So it's not closed. I'm only asking you from your own function as an evacuator of power, what power you have been evacuating from a 450 power generation company.
Representatives of the TCN could not justify the $33 million paid by the government for the below 450 megawatts of power generated by the Azura to TCN since 2015 to date. This prompted lawmakers to further demand clarifications on total supply of energy demand and consumption by Nigerians.
But there's an average consumption demand of the people who use Azura's services. What is that average consumption demand?
What we have given to you here are the figures TCN has evaluated right from the inception in December 2017. That's when they commenced the operation. So in other words, you cannot tell me this 1,755,900, you cannot tell me how many megawatts. You don't know. I know, Chairman, 1,755.9 megawatts. That is what it is. It is not any other. When you sign an agreement of 450 megawatts. Yes.
The market operator is the man that administers the fund that is being generated in the whole power sector. So he decides what goes to TCN, he decides what goes to all the generating companies. So they are more or less independent. That is why that is what that independence denies. So that is where they derive their name from. So
they are not being supervised by your office or by your MP.
They are being supervised by the MP. They are being supervised by the MP.
The committee was dissatisfied with the information provided by the TCN representatives, as such insisted that the DG TCN appear in person to give answers to the nagging questions bothering the committee.
And you know why we are concerned, sir? We are concerned that Nigerians are willing to be to set up industries. They are willing to set up industries. I'm sure you have children who are graduates without job. I'm sure you have, or you have put them in TCS. So they are willing to set up industry, but there's no power. And there's no power, but yet we are paying huge sum of money. This is just the issue, nothing more. Not with nothing.
Well, that's all for top stories for now. My name is Phillips Levin. Please try and remain safe because security is everyone's business. Do have a great day.